Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Gab Official. Today I'm going to show you how to replace your alternator on the Citroen Berlingo. First thing what we need to do is basically disconnect the battery. So first thing to do is disconnect the battery. So just take that positive off, make sure it's not next to any metal or earth. Let's put it somewhere secure, out of the way. That's good enough. And after that, what we're going to need to do is we need to tension this tensioner, so we're going to need like a spanner to pull this back, and as you can see there's a hole there. There's a hole on the side of there. As you can see the hole there, so we're going to bring this tensioner past this bit, and then we're going to put the pin through there to hold that tension in place. Then we're going to need to remove that bolt, that bolt. There's also another one down there. The reason being is because the bolt for this alternator is beyond this tensioner. And then the other one's down at the bottom down there. So first thing to do on this tensioner, you're going to get 15mm spanner, and you're literally going to put it over there. And you're going to bring the tensioner back like that. And then we need to put our pin inside down there, as I showed you where the pin needs to go into that. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. So as you can see, our pin's in. Let's see it right there. Now we'll be able to literally just take this belt off. Like that. We don't need to take that completely, just off the alternator. Now we're going to need to remove that bolt, that one and that one there, because obviously we need to get to the bolt in there. So we're just going to go ahead and remove those right now. And then we can come back here to remove this intake that goes to the throttle body and to the intercooler, just so that we can just pull out the alternator from the top. Now what you could do is, you could obviously remove the engine now. So take that off, put a jack underneath, jack it up, so it's a lot easier for you. That's another way to do it. I'm going to do it this way. And obviously you just need a deep 10mm socket to remove these tensioner bolts. As you can see, that's the most difficult one down there. As you can see, that one's not loose. It's got to loosen this one up, but obviously if you take the actual engine mount off, this will be further up here, so you'll be able to actually gain access easier to the bolts. Well, they're not too difficult to get to. As you can see, they're already loose now, so all I've got to do is just unscrew them. I'm just going to go ahead and just take them all out now. As you can see, the tension is wobbling about. So this is the last bolt coming out now. See, that's our tensioner. As you can see, that's the actual bolt that we need to get to. That's why I take tensioner off. And then the other one's literally, it's just right down here. I'm going to go ahead and remove this 7mm, 8mm, 7mm, 7mm. So maybe we'll take it from here. And then there's a 10mm there. 10mm there. So I'm going to go ahead and remove those now. And take this all out of the way. Just 7mm, that one there. Just need to loosen it up, that's all. Loosen that one up as well. And that one as well. this one as well. Then take that 8mm off and 2/10. So to remove this one, as you can see, I've got my hand holding the socket with the ratchet there. And all you've got to do is use the other hand to basically just loosen the bolt. This one's a bit more difficult than the other side. You could also obviously pull this pipe off. Obviously this one's a lot easier. Now just this 8mm. So you've got movement. So you've got movement on there. And now start taking it off. So I'm going to pull these pipes off. And then pull this one off. So what you're going to need to take this pipe off, but these never come off before, is just a flathead screwdriver. Try not to pierce the hose itself. And just push around it. Just to free it up a bit. You should be able to just pull it off like that. As you can see, there's not really a lot of gap around there, so you just got to get in there like that. Like I said, don't pierce the hose. Just keep wiggling it like that. You can see it coming off. And that's it. Now we can pull that one off like that. And we don't even need to really take that one off, but I'm going to take it off anyway. So it's the same thing you've got to do to that one, take it off. So now I'm going to take these ones off down here, because now it's easier for me to pull these off. Because obviously there wasn't room for me to pull them off because it was stuck onto the actual throttle body and these. So now I'm going to take these two off as well. I've showed you how to do them, that one's already off. And then as you can see, we've got in access loads of room to get that alternator out. But we'll need to take that bracket off after. So now once you've loosened them, what you've got to do is this same thing. So try and push it around it, just for it to move off. As you can see, it just comes straight off. And it's the same for that one as well. Now I'm going to unplug this plug. Goes to the cat. Just need to lift that one up, pull it off like that, and then you need to just unclip that one. This one to just go off with the bracket. As you can see, it's just a 8mm to remove 1, 2, 3, and that whole bracket will just go off that side, and just go unclip this one. Now this one, you just lift up the little clip underneath and pull off. I'll take this cap off. You can see, I think we've got a 13mm nut down there. I don't read that. So to remove this one, as you can see, you can just put like a trim tool in there, push it underneath, pop it up, or you can just use a pair of long nose pliers or something like that. Let's get that out of the way. Now I'm going to take that off. Now you just need an 8mm socket and ratchet to take these off. And then we'll take the whole bracket off. As you can see, I've blocked off the hole so nothing drops down in there obviously. Now, as you can see, I can get to my bolts. One there, that one there, and there's one down here. We'll go ahead and remove those now, and then I should be able to pull the alternator straight out of there. And for that bolt down there, this is 16mm, you can do that one from underneath, loosen that one from underneath, lifting the vehicle up and doing it from underneath. It's a lot easier that way than literally trying to do it this way, or you can take the wheel off and remove the wheel arch. This one you can do from the top. So need to remove that 16mm. As you can see, you're going to have to use a spanner to remove that one. This one will take the whole manifold and also the actual DPF on there as well. Literally all you need is an 18, that's 16mm. Just gradually just turn it. Bottom one's going to be a bit more tricky. As you can see, that's the bolt there. Let's use a 16mm spanner. Just keep turning it and that will come out. So once you've loosened that, you can literally screw it out by hand. You can see it coming out already. Spin it with my finger. The bottom one's a bit more challenging. This is what the bolt looks like. So the idea really is just one bolt straight through. So now I need to drop this AC compressor down. So I've got 13mm there, one there. There's also another one there. Just going to drop it to hang because you can see the bolts in there. I've never done this job before. As you can see, that's a bolt there. Hopefully enough space to get it out. Otherwise I'm going to have to drop this exhaust down, which I don't want to do. So now I've moved the AC compressor out of the way. As you can see, I can see the bolt there. But that doesn't look like there's enough space for that to come out there. So I will have to actually move this exhaust. What a silly thing really. I didn't really want to do that, but maybe there's another way around it. I think there is. I'm going to take that bolt off. Let's get 13 there. And that 13 there. And then I think this whole thing will literally just drop. And then I can just take that out. Boom. Oh, there's also 13 there as well. Now once those bolts are off, as you can see, just need to use a prise bar, just prise it off until it comes off. Prise it from there and around here until it comes up. You can see we've got movement in there. So now I'm going to pull that out from the top, as you can see. So we're going to assemble the new alternator back onto this before we fit it back in, obviously. Otherwise, we're going to have a problem fitting that bolt back in. And we don't want to do like some dodgy mechanics that forget to put those in. Well, not forget, just don't bother. So change of plans. I'm going to take it out from the bottom. It's a lot easier to come out from there. So just need to move this compressor out of the way, and then that will come straight out. I'm going to do this straight out for you. So literally all you got to do is just push this compressor out of the way, and then this will be able to slide out. So I'm going to push this up, and then this just comes straight out. As you can see, just move that out of the way. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Now as you can see, it's out. Now we can remove that and reattach this back onto there, otherwise it'll be a bit of a struggle to get it back in. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. Don't fully tighten this bolt when you put it back in, because you will need a bit of movement to make sure it lines up perfectly. and there's enough room in there for you to tighten it after. So we're also going to put that bolt in as well, might as well, but obviously don't tighten that one completely, so we needed to move a bit so we can slot this back in the grooves and then we can fully tighten them up. So now I'm going to slide that back in there. It's going to slide between there obviously. Like I said, we can just pull this compressor down a bit and it'll go straight through that gap there. We'll go ahead and do that now. As you can see, it does fit through there. So now as you can see, I've lined it back out, so just to put that nut on there, 2 bolts there. See what I mean? I can move that about. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to tighten that one up, and also that one. I'm going to go to the top. I'm going to push this alternator upwards and catch that one and tighten that one at the top. And then I'm going to come back and basically tighten that one and also that one there. And then I can obviously put my compressor back on after. I'm going to go ahead and do that. So now we're at the top, so what we're going to do is just put this on and make sure we tighten up our bolts. You can see the reason why I need the movement on there, because if you tighten them up completely, this will not be able to move and you'd have to go and obviously do it again. So I'm just trying to save you that time and stress. Now all you got to do is just literally put both your bolts in now. Remember, one in that side and one in this side. Don't tighten that one completely, otherwise it'll be very difficult to line this one up. Just catch it by hand first. So for that, this bolt down here just need a 16mm ratchet spanner. Let's get that on there. You see that? It's this tight. Now we're going to go and do that one also. Now we'll just do this one up. Now let's connect our terminals back on, so there. Let's plug our plug in as well. And let's put our nut back on. Brackets back on, it's all been tightened up. Just clip that into there. And then this one will be going on to that like that. First, what we're going to do is we're going to go and tighten up all the rest at the bottom and then put the actual compressor back on and then move all back up to the top and finish off at the top. So now I'm going to tighten this one up. And do that one as well, but you're going to need a spanner to do that one. So I've now put the compressor back on, so all we've got to do is plug that back in. Now, just going to plug our plug back in to this bracket like that. Now, I've got to plug this one in, like so. Push that back in. And start. Now next we're going to put our tensioner back on. So literally just get our tensioner. Just throw the tension all the way back, so just got to line it up and screw it back in. Just line the belt up and set the tensioner, literally pull it on the belt. So as you can see, our tensioner is lined up with the belt. So now all I'm going to do is tighten up all of these bolts and then use a spanner to pull that back and pull that pin out, and then it will just be perfectly adjusted. So all our bolts have been tightened, so now all we have to do is just pull this literally back a little bit so we can pull this pin out. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now, and then it should tension itself. So I've taken the pin out now, as you can see, just released the tensioner like that. And as you can see, our belt's tensioned. Let's demonstrate that for you. See that? So now we're just going to push these back on. Go ahead and tighten those up. Now that those are tightened, all you need to do is literally push this back onto there. But you want to slot this one in first. Yeah. And then line that one up, and then push these ones back on. So yeah, all of those have been tightened now. So all we have to do now is literally put our bolts back in. So we've got 2 10s to go underneath there, as I showed you before when I was removing it, and then we've got 8 that goes there. So I'm just going to do that 10mm up, tighten that up. Then need to do the same to that one there as well, as you can see. And now it's just the 8mm to finish off, tightening up. Don't over tight it because obviously it's plastic. And that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Also, don't forget to reconnect your battery terminal. Normally, just take the earth one off, but it's hard to get to, so I'm doing the positive one. That's why I took that off. Let's lock that back in place. The reason why I replaced the alternator is because it wasn't charging. As you can see, our battery is charging. Thank you, and thank you for choosing Gab Official. Please like, share, and subscribe for further content on my channel. Stay blessed. Keep on rolling. Boom.